Let's go. Logic lifestyle. All right. So I'm here to talk about religion and why we don't really need it, like what I kind of think about it, and just the way the world's like used it and abused it. Like, look, um, back in the day, I was a church going person. Um, all the way up until maybe around the age of 13, 14, maybe something like that. And I started questioning a lot of the things in the Bible. Um, what the Bible asks you to do is to do some shit that you would never do with anyone else in the world. That if I asked you to do the same shit that the Bible tells you to do to anybody else, you'd say that's crazy. And I said, well, then that should apply to everything. And what that is faith in itself is not logical. Um, I guess it could be. You could probably make it make sense to a degree, but basically like this: to put your faith in something that really you have no way to 100% prove outside of some text that some older people had written that's been passed down through a couple thousand years, little edits, little things that have been taken out and put in, and mistranslations and all types of shit like that. It's like, how do you put faith in some shit like that? Some stuff that basically you can tell that it's been tweaked and twisted to suit the civilization at the time that was using it. Basically, once the Bible picked up steam, it was easy to tweak it so that, hey, we want people to start doing this or acting like that. Hey, put it in the Bible. All right, cool. That shit, and they've been doing this shit since the beginning of time. All right. Like I heard that they changed slave to servant, pretty recently because it made it seem like the Bible was okay with having slaves. And you already know the history with black folks and slavery. You know what I'm saying? So even during like somewhat modern times, we're altering the Bible to make it, I don't know if it's easier to digest or uh more friendly or something with with the people of today. Like you already seen how the culture is going now, like the American culture, how we can't say or do damn near anything without getting scrutinized. And they're even touching the Bible with this shit. So with me, it's like, look, if you're gonna take religion and tweak it and alter it to the times, like to me, religion should be something that's constant. Meaning like the word is the word is the word. It should not be altered and changed to suit modern times. It don't make sense. But here's the thing, why they have to do that. Because the religion still has somewhat of a hold over people. I think that hold is starting to decrease. I think that the need for religion is starting to go down. But for those who still are faithful to it, they got to tweak and adjust it so that they can get as many people in those churches as they can, because the seats are starting to fall short. More and more people are walking away from religion, so they have to make it more inclusive. Like with the gay shit now, like gay being, doing gay shit, being gay, whatever, is a sin. And in the past, that really wouldn't be really welcomed in the church. But now, I mean, they might still say it's a sin, but it's more of it's overlooked, kind of, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not really stressed as much, especially with gay pride and this and that. And I remember a story where they came at a dude who didn't want to sell a wedding cake to a gay couple because of his religion. And then I think there was like a lawsuit or something, and they were, you know, but you see what I'm saying though? Like, if religion still held true, its word still rung true, I don't even see how they can make that dude sell that cake. Like, that's his belief. You know what I'm saying? In the Bible, he doesn't support that shit. But with the whole, the rights and this and that, it's like there's certain things you can't really infiltrate. I've noticed that every new movement of any kind wants to infiltrate any organization or establishment that maybe not necessarily is against them, but sure hasn't shown at their forum, and kind of alter the makeup of that said establishment. You know, like comic books and shit. Oh, okay, we need more inclusive this, that, and the other, even though 90% of the motherfuckers do not read comic books and whatever. Everybody's, like I said, everybody's afraid to step on each other's toes. And I think that's, like I said, I think that's reached the Bible. But here's the thing though, regardless if these tweaks and stuff didn't happen, I still would have fell away from the Bible just because of the miraculousness of it, and the magic and the whatever of it, like stuff that would never happen today. You're asking me to believe in literal fairy tales that that cannot be replicated today, even with our modern technology. Outside of putting it on a TV screen and we're using like CGI, it could not happen in real life. And now that we're old enough, we understand science, and what I'm saying, we're intelligent. Like, if I were to go back in time uh to the ancient Jerusalem or something, and I had a lighter in my hand, I'd be the most powerful motherfucker on the planet, because they don't understand about what a motherfucking lighter. They would think it's magic. That's the difference in intelligence and science and knowledge and shit. But as we get older and we understand how the world works, we understand the world ain't flat. We understand that there's the galaxies and cosmoses and shit. We understand that niggas getting swallowed up by whales, and niggas coming back from the dead and doing all this other crazy shit. We know that ain't real. We know that using hell is a fear tactic. It's like, remember, like back in the day, people are dumb. If you're not a scholar, you probably didn't know shit. If I can tell the people, hey, if you do bad, you'll burn forever, eternally. Well, that'll keep people in line. It'll keep people under your thumb. Let alone the little tweaks and stuff there that I customize it to see fit, so that I can get people to do what I want them to do. So it's crazy. It's crazy to believe in the Bible. Just I need you to believe these crazy ass stories. But if I tell somebody right now, hey man, I just jumped off a 30-story building and landed on my feet and didn't get hurt, they'd be like, bullshit. But hey, that seems a little bit more realistic than getting swallowed up by a whale and splitting part in the sea and shit. But nobody would believe me. They wouldn't just take my word. They wouldn't be like, look, I don't know if this is a bad man or a good man, but at the very least, I'll take him for his word until proven otherwise. That's the type of shit I should get. Because at the very least, I exist in this reality. I can be touched. You can have a conversation with me, and you can gain info in real time. The Bible is thousands of years old. Shit that you can't really pull it up, really. Like, what I'm saying? You can't really question it the way you would want to question something nowadays. But we're supposed to blindly believe it. But as ridiculous as that sounds, then comes the alterations and shit of it. Then I heard that the Pope or something said that he believes in extraterrestrials and shit now. And I think what's happening is that we're getting real close to when fucking aliens are about to touch down, and then uh naturally that would contradict religion, right? You know, in the beginning he created this, that, and the other. He didn't say he created all these other lives out there in space, but because he didn't say he didn't do it, I guess it's up for, it's a possibility. You see how easy they can spin the Bible to kind of like suit the needs, like like I said, because if aliens do shut down touch down, guess what? A lot of people will lose like their purpose in life. A lot of people's purpose in life is living their life through Christ. And if aliens drop down and prove that God's not real, guess what? You're gonna have a lot of people probably killing themselves and shit, and looking lost and depressed, and thinking that everything they did in life up to this point was for nothing. I thought I was getting into heaven, blah, blah, blah. Aliens come down and say, hey, man, there's so much shit we could teach y'all and show y'all across the cosmos. Heaven, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. But there's this, that, and the other, teleportation, what, all types of crazy ass shit. Shit that be like, this Bible shit is ridiculous. Yeah, the aliens would probably tell you that. Like, yeah, we've seen other primitive civilizations use similar tactics to kind of like keep people in line, but eventually that shit stops working over time as people starting to amassing more knowledge. We need to nip that in the bud so we can start using logic. And that's why I promote the logic lifestyle. Like, stop believing in bullshit and do your own research. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, to tell you the truth, do you believe in aliens? Ask yourself that. Do you believe in aliens? And if you say no, and you're a Christian or whatever, and you believe in the Bible, I like, then you motherfucking believe in aliens anyway. You know why? Because God would be technically an alien. Because anything that's not of this earth would be considered an alien. And you can't be from Earth if you made Earth, right? That means you had to be from somewhere else, which means God's an alien, which would make more sense that he is an alien, an extraterrestrial who just has amassed so much advanced technology that it seems like powers, that it seems like he's performing miracles. Just like if I would have went back in time with a lighter and flicked it, they'd have said, shit, what the fuck is this dude doing? He's doing magic and shit. And that's simple. That's just simple tech. An alien's lighter would be like showing them teleporting in relation to what we're doing right now. They think it's just basic bullshit, and we think it's a miracle. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, a lot of this shit doesn't make sense. So, that's just my thought on that. I'm not trying to turn anyone necessarily away from the Bible. I just want people to kind of think and look at society and what they're really doing with it. Like, we're slowly creeping away from it anyway. Um, we've separated it from the schools. At the very least, for those who have good intentions with the Bible, for those who can't think on their own, who don't have use logic, there are certain aspects of the Bible that are cool. Um, I don't want people running around the world lost. So having some type of guide is better than nothing. Having something to live for is better than nothing. But a lot of people are just afraid of trying to find something to live for on their own, and they rather be told what to live for. I'm the type of person that I'll seek meaning out of life on my own. I don't need a Bible to tell me. I find simple pleasures out of the small things in life. You know? But that's just my thought. You tell me what you think. Is logic killing the game or religion? Leave a comment below. This is Marvin, Logic Lifestyle, baby.